In today's session, we will discuss important previous year questions of MMPC-007 Business Communication and understand how to write high scoring answers in the exam. So let us begin with the role and importance of business communication, where you should explain that communication is the backbone of any organization, as it ensures internal coordination through meetings and updates, manages external relationships with customers and investors, builds corporate image through branding and public relations, supports effective decision making by providing accurate information, and ensures regulatory compliance. And in answers, you must include examples such as town hall meetings or promotional emails. Next, when answering the importance of business communication, focus on clarity of goals, improved productivity, relationship building, better decision making, and enhanced organizational image. Writing each point with a short explanation. Moving to the concept of you attitude. You should define it as a reader-centric approach where the focus is on the receiver's benefits rather than the sender. And in exams, always include examples like changing we offer to you will benefit, along with its importance in building goodwill, improving persuasion, and avoiding negative tone for ethical communication. Structure your answer around key principles such as honesty, respect, fairness, accountability, and confidentiality, and briefly explain each with relevance to business situations. Now, coming to barriers to communication. For organizational barriers, write about hierarchy, information overload, departmental silos, poor communication policies, and technological issues, while for interpersonal barriers, focus on perception differences, emotional factors, stereotypes, poor listening, and lack of trust, ensuring that you explain causes clearly rather than just listing them. In non-verbal communication, if asked about sign language, highlight its importance in inclusivity, expression of complex ideas, cultural identity, and practical usage, while for types of non-verbal communication, structure your answer using terms like kinesics, proxemics, paralinguistics, chronemics, and appearance with examples. And similarly, for verbal communication, classify into oral, written, formal, informal, upward, downward, lateral, and mass communication. In listening related questions, clearly differentiate between a good listener and a bad listener by writing points such as active engagement, empathy, and attention versus interruption and distraction. And when defining listening, describe it as an active process that improves decision making, reduces errors, builds trust, and enhances customer satisfaction. Always adding practical examples for emotional intelligence, explain its components like self awareness, empathy, and social skills, and link it directly to interpersonal communication effectiveness. And when writing about interpersonal communication, mention competencies such as active listening, emotional intelligence, assertiveness, and feedback skills. Moving to meetings, if the question is about chairperson responsibilities, structure your answer into pre meeting tasks like agenda preparation, goal clarity, logistics, preparation of materials, and participant selection. While for conflict resolution, explain steps such as identifying root cause, active listening, collaborative problem solving, clear communication, and escalation. And also remember to mention that conflict can be positive when it promotes creativity, prevents groupthink, and improves decision making in written communication. Emphasize its necessity for record keeping, clarity, wide reach, and professionalism, and mention features like the 7 Cs and formal structure. While in business correspondence, classify types into letters, memos, circulars, emails, and reports, and explain each briefly, especially memo format and purpose. For report writing, always follow structures such as transmittal letter, title page, executive summary, contents, and main body. And in features of a good report include accuracy, clarity, logical structure, and completeness, along with steps of preparation from defining purpose to final submission. And if asked about research reports, explain their structure and importance in data driven decision making. In reading skills, differentiate clearly between skimming for general understanding and scanning for specific information, with examples in employment communication. Explain interview portfolio as a collection of documents that provides evidence of skills and creates differentiation, and differentiate between video resume and CV by highlighting format, advantages, and limitations. Finally, in cross-cultural communication, explain Hofstede's model with dimensions like power distance, individualism, masculinity, uncertainty avoidance, and time orientation, and also discuss elements like language, non-verbal cues, values, time perception, and communication context. And when differentiating lean and rich media, clearly explain that lean media like emails are suitable for simple messages, while rich media like face-to-face communication are better for complex and sensitive situations. And throughout your answers, always maintain proper structure, include examples, and write in clear, concise language to score high marks in the exam.